that is going to do it for the 2025-26 Brooklyn Nets season.
Talked a lot about this being a season of rebuild. It was also a season shown by resiliency, by growth, and more than anything, there's a standard always set.
Just want to say thank you for everything you guys have done. The energy's been positive here. Everybody's worked. Everybody's made the effort to make this better. Now that this is over, we can turn the page, get some rest, and be ready to work. This is an exciting summer. Together on three. 1, 2, 3. Together! I trust you guys!
I think it's going to take a little bit of time to decompress, like all seasons. But I think looking back on it, you look at one thing we can certainly be proud of is the development and the opportunity that was afforded to specifically the young guys, for the rookies, but for all of our guys, to go through a season like we had and have Jordi coach you and establish a culture out there on a court and get really meaningful minutes. Hopefully that's accelerating development.
I love it here. I love the coaching staff. I love the energy at practice every day. I think that any good team, any successful team, you need a mix of young, developing guys with unlimited energy, and you need some older guys that have been there and done that and can hand it down and teach the young guys. So right now, we're just enjoying the ride and growing as a young group.
Here, okay, we're going in and out. Joey's going to stay with us. Play underneath, okay? Beat him. Good. Great job.
This was my 20th season, and this is by far the most unique, just because there's an NBA record of drafting 5 rookies in the first round, never been done before. And so that set a precedent. And this season in particular was full-on dedication to those players' development, as well as some of our younger veteran players. So just focusing on their development added different layers of rotation changes, opportunity given to younger players, and just a hodgepodge of situations that have never come up to allow for them to grow. And I think that Jordi managed that very, very well.
Sharpe, what have you seen change about just his mindset and the way that he's been able to attack in so many different areas?
Yeah, I think you said his mindset is relentless, his energy. I think he's going back to the summer, he did an unbelievable job improving his body, right? And working with Juwan, with, all the skill set, and his development has been very good.
They always breathe in confidence into you. It's never like they bring you down, even if you is playing bad. He always expect better from us, no matter who you is, 1 through 15. You know what I'm saying? So he's always breathing confidence, and that's the one thing I do love about him.
Sharpe's open, he'll take it. And hits! Off the heel. Sharpe, another offensive rebound, and the putback is good for Sharpe. Guys that have played a minimum of 200 games. Day'Ron, the highest offensive rebound percentage in NBA history.
I was about to bring Nick in for Day'Ron because Day'Ron was playing so hard, and Nick just saw that. He's like, no, let him go. And when you see things like this, is what, how they're connected and they come together, they believe in each other, and that was pretty cool.
So we changed the game, down 23, came back, got it done.
He's found his niche in the league. That's what the league is about, finding your niche. He's one of the best offensive rebounders in the league, and then he's been finding his teammates really well, and his work habits have been a lot better. He's matured a lot since he's been here, and I've watched that, firsthand, and I'm happy for him. And obviously, he's still got a lot of room to grow. He's still really young.
My first 2 years, I had to just embrace that you're not playing, and so control what you can control. You know what I'm saying? That's been the biggest thing for me too. Like, what can I do to make sure that when I do get playing time, that I match my opportunity, you know what I'm saying? So that requires me lifting, that requires me doing extra running, that requires me doing more stay ready, it requires me to do extra workouts so I can stay in shape, you know what I'm saying? Now my coach is like, okay, like now we know we need to call Dave, we know that he can give us something, you know what I'm saying? So the cards might not be in your favor, but you controlling everything what you can control at its max. So when the cards is in your hand, you got a full house.
Sharpe, nice spin off. Sharpe is playing with extreme confidence.
It's all the things. It's the footwork, it's the touch, it's the finesse, his patience in making decisions. You continue to see him flourish.
Show you a little bit more every year, and this is the most complete that we've seen in Dayron's time in the NBA.
I really love the fact that he comes on time, he's super professional, he wants to get better, and I enjoy that. I see the excitement in his face. And he's a joy to work with. I mean, he's a joy to be around.
He's really funny. He's really talkative, sometimes doing a little too much. But he's been really, really helpful on and off the court, I think, for this group.
Some bad news for the Nets that just came out. Dayron Sharpe's going to miss the rest of the season. A torn ligament in his thumb. Dayron, really one of the brightest stories of the season for the Nets.
We talk a lot about development and players that have continued to flourish and grow their game. Dayron Sharpe is one of the biggest examples of that. For him, of course, you want him healthy, you want him ready to be able to get himself prepared for the offseason and next season, but overall you can't say enough about the way in which he's grown and the excitement that you have for what he may bring in the future.
Chris Carino, Sarah Kustok, and we are joined by this guy.
Oh! Okay, so talk us through this day.
Hey, I just know he turned around the other way. I was like, oh, I'm about to go punch this shit. I ain't gonna lie. I gotta go punch it.
That was nasty.
It felt great, though. I felt young again.
You are young. Come on now.
Yeah, everything should come with confidence. I'm going to try to build this summer and to have another great year next year.
This was good because it just gave us 2 shots, movement. All right, we'll run it at some point.
Everything starts with Jordi. His level of communication is elite. I put him right up with the very tops of any coach that I've ever worked on in terms of his ability to give every player and the team direction that is black and white. They know exactly where they stand and where they need to go. So it starts with Jordi. We have one of the best staffs I've ever worked with. Every member is fully capable of enhancing a player's ability. And with that comes the plan. So when we make the plan and we identify the areas of improvement, we get their stamp of approval.
What I do appreciate is they're not forcing certain things upon you. It's not a, no, you need to work on this. It's more of like a, okay, well, you think I should work on this. I think I want to work on this. We can be in the middle somewhere, and they're really good about that.
We have KPIs where every 10 games, we're meeting individually with each player to make sure that they're on track for the goals that we've set.
It's always good to, get a little check-in and kind of reflect, okay, this is what I did good, this spurt of games, this I need to work on. Everything here is with a plan and a purpose, and the coaching staff and the GMs, they do a great job of making everything clear to us and, providing us with the best plan possible.
Here's a guy with effort too, Ziaire Williams. He's got to utilize his defensive ability. Good hands, his great deflection guy, great timing.
And then Wilson deflected it back as Williams flushes it down.
I think his willingness to get better every day, it's great. His work ethic, it's a guy that studies the game. He needs his film the day before to watch everybody. Who is he going to guard? I like his preparation, his mindset, and his extreme energy is great.
Even though he's only 24, he is one of the oldest on the team. So throughout the season, Z said he had to try to come in with good energy, motivating the guys, giving feedback, trying to lead by example.
The coaches challenged me before the year started to be a leader, especially for all the young guys. I try to just show the guys how to work, how to, little tricks they can use in the game, defensively, offensively. And more than anything, just bring the good vibes, bring the good spirit. It's a lot easier to come into work when you're having fun, when you're enjoying time with the people who you're with 12 hours, 14 hours a day.
Lob it in, Sharpe, kick it out, Williams, you bet, 5th 3 of the night.
Jordi Fernández discussed with Ziaire. He's never complained. If he was in the rotation, if he was out of the rotation, he brought the same attitude, the same energy.
And one!
He's improved in so many things, and he gives us that intensity defensively. This is the Ziaire that we want, that we need, and that we want him to sustain and even get better.
It's becoming routine, taking care of my body, nutrition. Every year it gets easier and easier. The trips get a little quicker, road trips. I'm able to handle back-to-backs landing at 2 a.m. and, figuring it out and 12 hours later. So I'm super appreciative. I know the average player doesn't really get to see 5 years in the NBA, so I'm definitely grateful, and hopefully I got a lot more to go.
The season's been really unique. I've been a part of teams, very young teams, that we were about player development, and this is an overall young team. Even our veterans are young, and so to have a whole team where everybody's trying to get 1% better, it was a huge deal for us because we felt like we had the staff that could support that.
If it's DD, it's a higher pickup point, and then we're the guy communicating flat. Right? Trying to get a hit there.
Our staff is big and incredibly competent, and we've been very effective with delegating responsibilities and everybody having that accountability to every single drill being something that matters for us as a staff, and the players feel that. The energy is always high. We try to mix it up with them, different days, give them different things, but our standard is very high in terms of how we want to go out there and practice, and for them, I think they feel that, and they want to go out there and perform and apply everything that they're being taught.
Third season, I look at the positives from it. I think I progressed individually. Obviously, we didn't have the team success that we wanted, but I progressed individually. Maybe not as much as I had hoped to, but I think it's helped me along my mental journey, feeling like I should have been doing better than what I was doing, and then continue to work on it throughout the year.
Clowney with numbers, drives and scores with the jam.
The entire organization has a philosophy that every single person can improve.
Yeah.
It's not just about the rookies. It's not just about second-year guys. It's everybody. Clowney's one of those guys who's been here a couple of years, but his growth, his development, his improvement this year has obviously been quite noticeable.
He listens, he wants to learn, he wants to be great, so it's easy for us being on the court together.
Noah just impacts the game in so many different ways. It makes defensive winning plays, his size, his ability to rebound, now he's driving to finish or get fouled.
As the season has progressed, Noah Clowney is trying to be more aggressive all the time. He's trying to use his size, his handle, and his pretty good strength to go at the basket.
Last year I wanted to work on driving the ball, so we did a whole lot of work on that in the summer, and we got better at it this year. But also I need to be a much more consistent shooter, and so it's going to be a lot of shots, and I think me and the coaching staff agree on that. As far as offensively and defensively, it's just consistency.
There's things that he can clean up, but it's a process and you have to go through it. I just want him mentally to control the ups and downs.
It's actually been a journey. At first we didn't butt heads or anything, but it was like I told him, just because I'm not smiling doesn't mean I'm angry or I'm mad. Sometimes I'm just focused. But now that we crossed that border, I think we're there for the most part. He voices what he needs out of me, what he wants, and I try to do my best to, accommodate that in my own way.
I have a question. During the film, you said that you're a perfectionist. What are the real issues of being a perfectionist?
It's not an issue of being a perfectionist. It's rather how you can handle when you don't get the perfection that you're so seeking.
We believe in him and we believe in all these guys that if they put their work in and they try to do the right things, for the most part, it will always work out. And that's the culture that we want to establish. Work, get 1% better, care about your teammates, do what's best for the team, and we'll be in a good place.
The
the summer is going to be about the development of these guys. That's going to be important, not just the rookies, but for all the guys. They've embraced a competitive culture. Guys know exactly where they stand, but it's a fun environment. So it definitely bodes well for the long-term approach and the long-term plan here with, going into a summer with a real directive and a real plan put in place for these guys from a development standpoint, and they trust him. That's a big thing.
What the dog doing? Kick it, get it away from him.
Of course. You already know. Everybody looking sharp.
Everybody looking clean.
You know, T-Scott got a fresh cut. You know what I'm saying? I had to get a little.
I think what excites me most is, our opportunity to continue to get better. I think at the end of the day, we keep talking about that, but we're in a big market. We have some amazing talent in the building already. And our staff, keeps refining the things that we're doing. We're figuring out what's really working well for us, and we want to continue to hone in on those things. And I think with everybody, putting all that stuff together, over the next few years, it's going to be an exciting time to be a Brooklyn Net.
I think that right now, what these guys have shown so far is it's been very positive, and then there's continuity into the summer. So getting better is always important. Reflecting on what you've done is important. But the season is behind us, and now we're all very excited for what's coming.
Here, last one. Family on 3, 1, 2, 3. Family!